Hey guys, how are you? And today we'll have a tutorial in Photoshop CS6. So yeah, as you can see, I'm recording on my big screen now. I have finally purchased a mic, and I've done an unboxing of that headset. So if you would like to see the things that I record with, you're welcome to go and watch that video. I've done a short little review and an unboxing of that. So let's go ahead and open up Photoshop. Now this one's just going to be one of those kind of noobish ones for all those new guys out in Photoshop where they just want to make a quick background with some cool little text and they want to put some effects on their text. So yeah, I'll just teach you how to do that, and yeah, the things that I would do really quickly. So opening up Photoshop now. Alright, so the way that we are going to do this is, just wait guys. Alright, so I'm going to go to File New, or you're going to press Control N. I'm going to name this whatever you want. You can do Text Tut. The width I'm going to do 1280 by 720. You can do 1920, whatever width you need. Make sure it's in pixels, and your preset custom always. Resolution 300. I always do that. Background contents is going to be transparent. I'm going to press OK. And then it's going to do this. I'm going to rename this to... First I'm going to lock that. I'm going to lock the layer, and then... Oh shit, man. I'm just going to fill it with white. No, sorry, yeah, you want to make the background contents white. And then I'm going to what the fuck? Why won't it rename? This is fucked up, man. Alright, here it goes. Rename by double clicking on the text, or just press Control Command. Fuck this, man. Just wait. File New. Yes. Wait, no, I don't want to save that. Sorry guys. So yeah, just make the background contents white and it'll automatically lock the layer and name it background. Alright, now you're going to grab your text tool by pressing here. You can press T. And you want to just click there. It's going to make a new layer, and it's obviously going to be with this little thumbnail, and it's going to have a little text sign there. You want to name this whatever you want, whatever text you're wishing to do. So I'm just going to name this Ace Designs for the purpose of this tutorial. Ace Designs. Now I'll kind of show you what you can do with the text. So if you haven't watched my tutorial on teaching you how you can make 3D text in Photoshop, make sure you check that out. But for now, here's text tool. So you can either type horizontally or vertically. You can do horizontal type mask tool and vertical type mask tool. But that, you shouldn't need to learn about this if you just want to make a document with some text on it. So yeah, with your vertical, you can obviously type like this, Ace Design. And yeah, if you press this little arrow here, it finishes the text. So when you go back to your move tool, you're able to move it. So yeah, you can do something cool like this, you know, like some typography styles. And obviously all that cool jazz. Now, let's go ahead and I'll teach you the type of effects that you can do on a text. So I'm just going to delete one of these because, you know, you kind of get the idea of vertical. I'm going to resize it by pressing Command T, and that's going to do it free transform. If I hold Shift, it'll keep it in scale. So if I don't hold Shift, oh wait, things are like that. It's going to happen. Whoa, my gosh. So if I don't hold Shift, things like that will happen. But if I do hold Shift when I resize it, it'll stay in proportion. And I'll put it in the middle. Now if you want to center your text, you want to press Control A, and it's going to highlight around the document. Then you're going to press this one, the second icon and fifth icon. That will center it perfectly. You can put it either on the top, you can put it on the bottom, you can do anything what you desire to do with this, but second and fifth is to put it in the middle of the text. Now just wait. Press Command D, and this is going to deselect that selection. Now, the effects that you can apply. So this effects preset, it can be done on pictures. Just wait. My mic's probably too close to my mouth, and it's going to be like that every single time. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so yeah, this affects you know, I think it does like all like you can put effects on things. So yeah, let's just click there and go to bevel and boss just to open it up. So first of all, bevel and boss, you can make your text look like it's kind of 3D with the shine on it. So here you go, you can put a shine on your text, you can soften it up like that, and yeah, depth, the style you can do outer bevel, and if I just pump up the size a bit, see, so the outer bevel does this, and if you just kind of mess around with the settings, you kind of get it. So this tutorial, I can't really teach you what exactly to do to get a perfect text, obviously, because yeah, you have your pillow one, which kind of gives it the pillow effect, pillow emboss, stroke emboss, you know, all that stuff. You can change the highlight mode, color, and opacity of it, the contour and stuff. It's all there. Contour, obviously, there's contour, the texture, you can put a texture on the text. Okay, stroke. Now, this is what I do to my text to make it stand out. So I change the color, for an example, to something really light blue, and then I pump it so it kind of gives a stroke around the text, and yeah. Yeah, so you can basically do that. If I press OK for here, if you need your stroke to be bigger, for an example, but it's going to overlap between your strokes, if you go here to your VA up here and you do that, it's going to make the gap between your text a bit bigger. So like, for an example, if you want to do 200, or you can even customize it to be like 500 or whatever you want, but you can obviously do that up here in your character. If you don't have this little character box up here, make sure you go to window character, and that's gonna, if you go to window character, it's gonna open it up and you can put it there, and you'll have all these little settings. Or you can go up here and just go to here and do typography, but that's for what it's called, CS6. If you don't have CS6, you have to go to window character. So yeah, I'll make a bit of spacing, you know, so I can put a bit more stroke on it. And if you double click, if you go there and you go back to your stroke, you can obviously change colors and everything like that, and put up the size and things. So I'll actually do a effect that you can do with this later on. So I'll just go through all of it, and then I can probably show you what I would probably do to make it. So inner shadow, you can like, it's inner shadow obviously. So if I change the blending mode to normal, I don't know why they put it on like multiply and stuff all the time, because you always have to put it on normal to be able to see it. Yeah, you can obviously do that stuff with your text and kind of give it that 3D look. See how it's curving around? It's kind of going like the light's going that way, but if you change the angle the other way, it's going to look like the light's coming from the bottom. So yeah, if you change the angles and stuff, you'll kind of see what the effect is trying to present to you. So inner glow, it's kind of the same as inner shadow, but it's more of a glow, so it's not really a highlight effect. So yeah, see, it glows the text inside. If I change the colors, for an example, something that you can always see. So see, if I change size, if I change contours, you know, there will be different types of inner glows that you can do. You can obviously edit the contours by, if you, that's a cool one. Fuck, this is so annoying how it goes in the back transparent. Shit. Just wait, guys. Let me get back to where I was. Alright. So if you want to edit the contour, you can double click in this little rectangular box, and you can drag this around, and you can get, you can kind of get a feel if you're trying to get something really, really accurate for a client or something like that. Satin, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like noise basically. So you wouldn't really use that unless you're doing a tutorial on a text effect. Color overlay, that's basic. Gradient, you can put a gradient on your text, so like that or like that. You can obviously change the angle, which I find pretty cool. So if you change it from like 90 to 180, obviously it does that stuff, and you can put like it's going diagonally across and stuff like that. Pattern overlay, here's your patterns. Now you can get your own individual pattern and put it on the text. So I'll teach you that later for the effect. Outer glow, it's basically the same as inner glow, but the text is glowing outside, so always remember to change the blending mode to normal. What a precise. Softer is good. And there's different contours that you can do and stuff for that. Yeah. And drop shadow, this is to give it that 3D look. So if I change the color to like that one, and then I go to blending mode to like normal, gives that 3D look, so it's really nice. Anyway guys, what am I going to do now is I'm just going to delete clearly as stars. Alright, so I'm going to make a text effect. So I'm going to kind of create a scenario for you here, and I'm going to create that scenario. So it's kind of like a conceptual tutorial, you could say. So you can press Control N, and you rename this to whatever. Actually, no. Wait, what am I doing? If you want to put a texture on your text, it's pretty easy. Go Control O and open up that texture. So, for an example, this texture, magma texture. Now, I've already saved this texture as a thing, but I'll just redo it again. So, if you go to Edit, and then you go to Define Pattern, you can rename this to whatever. So I'm going to name this to Text Tutorial. Press OK. Now that's a pattern. So if you go back here, and if you go back to here, and you go to Pattern Overlay, if you go down here, you'll see that you saved it here. So it's defined as a pattern, and you can move it around. That's your pattern. So I'm going to kind of find just gonna try and find something. I like that, how it's going like that. Alright. If I change the opacity right up. Blending mode, you can obviously screw around blending modes and shit, but blending modes isn't really important. Now, outer glow, before I do that, I want to make an inner glow to kind of give it that 3D-ness. The way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to put like a grey on it. Actually, I should kind of put a black. But because the text has no depth, I need to put a stroke on it. Alright, I'm just going to change that to 2. Now I'm going to go down to inner glow. I'm going to change this to... Oh, I'm just going to make the color that. Alright, now the screen, I'm going to put it back to normal. Alright, now that's looking good. Now if I change the contour, I can keep it on normal. Jitter, I want to put that bit up. range like that. Pattern overlay, obviously. Now drop shadow. I like to keep it with normal presets, but I like to edit it so it kind of looks like it's floating a bit. Now outer glow, I'm gonna put that at red. Put up the size a bit. Alright. Now if I put up the spread a tiny bit, that kind of just spreads it. I like that. Bevel and boss. If you see, I always kind of mess around with it. Technique, chisel hard, I like that. And the size, I'm just gonna make it a 3. Just wait. What the fuck? 2, 3. Okay. Angle, I'm gonna. I know, I like that angle. Highlight mode. This is interesting. Thinking yellow should be probably that good. And shadow, orange. Alright, now press OK. So this is something that you can do with your text, and it's really good. In Photoshop, see, like, you can create effects. If you size it up and down, it's gonna mess around with the texture. So the way to finish that off is to right click and press rasterlize type. This turns it into a picture mode, so it kind of doesn't have that shit. Yeah, that's how you do it. So you want to rasterlize the layer first, and then you right click, and then you go to convert to smart object, and that's gonna do it like it's gonna be a smart object, and it's gonna stop the picture there, and that's gonna be a picture. If you size it up, it might be a bit pixelated more, but anyway guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and you can obviously change the background and stuff. But anyway, if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to hit it a like, and make sure to check out the channel for other Photoshop tutorials. And it might have been a bit itchy and stuff. I haven't done a tutorial in a while, but anyway guys, see ya, and hope sure that you